This is something I've already taken out of the box and shown and did a whole video on. Unfortunately, I was really tired recording that video, and as I was editing it, I just sounded awful. I just did not sound like I enjoyed RC at all. So I'm re-recording it. Hopefully everything goes a little bit better this time, so enjoy the video. Well, hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam, thanks for hanging out with me again today. And before we get going on today's video, I do want to shout out a few channels. So we made some updates to the sticker wall here, and I'll put up closer pictures. So we got RC in hand. So James sent me a sticker from his channel, and we got one from Fern Solo. We actually got a bunch from Fern Solo. I put one up on the board. There's actually a couple nicer ones I may actually put on the truck, or I may actually put on my truck. You know, there's some nice stickers. And we got Fonzie's RC as well. Now Fonzie's are real small, but this is real cool. It's got like a little flaming skull, and one's pointing to the left, one's pointing to the right. So I just did a right and left and made one big sticker out of it. Please go check out their channels. I have them linked down below in the description. Both RC in Hand and Fonzie's are kind of a little bit of everything. Fern really focuses more on the rock crawlers and just having fun. You know, he's a really nice guy. Does a lot of great stuff with kids and charities and everything else. So really great guy. Check him out. Check out all three channels. They're all great to watch. And you know, anybody and everybody else up on this board. I fully support everybody here. So if you guys do want to do a sticker exchange, just hit me up in an email. It's in the about section of my YouTube channel. And if you guys want a sticker but you don't have a channel, no problem. Hit me up in an email. I'll send you one out. Now back to the regular programming. So I actually did an unboxing-ish and kind of a quick walkthrough of this new truck I got. And before anybody else says it, you know, it's kind of obvious that here lately it's just been Adam's got a new car, Adam's got a new truck, Adam's got a new thing, but not a whole lot's going on. Well, unfortunately, that's about the only thing I've had time to do is, you know, do some shopping on my phone. So unfortunately, I haven't had a lot of time to make progress on anything else, but we do have some cool new stuff coming in. So this was another trip to the hobby shop for some paints. When I picked up the paints to work on the Kyosho, which is obviously still not done. Yeah, once again, paint's got me. This time my wife was actually there, so I can't say I was unsupervised. But we got the little red Defender. Now, I really wanted the gray one, but now that I have the gray one, it's kind of grown on me, and you know, I kind of still like the gray over the red. Now, what I've done, and I have, you know, messed with this already, so this isn't right out of the box. It does have some Endura brass wheels on it, and some Endura tires, foam-filled tires on here. Now, the reason they have the Endura tires on there, I had planned on using the Canyon Trails on it. They're really nice, they're sticky, they're soft, they're really squishy, they're wide, they've got a good open tread pattern. The bead's too thick to fit these wheels on well. I probably could have made it work, but I just didn't have the time to sit there and try to fight 4 of them on here. So these went on back onto the wheels perfectly. These were going to be a struggle. So for right now, we're going to run it with the Endura tires, which they're a fairly similar tread, not quite as open and not quite as wide. But technically the contact patch, because these are a much squarer tire than these are, these have the nice big rounded edges, you know, it's not lacking too much. Same height, a little bit stiffer, which is fine because I'm going to be adding more weight to the front of this. So I picked up, so these are glow-backed. They were struggling to make up names for some of these companies now. But anyway, these are the brass diff covers, front and rear. Got Endura full bearing set for it. So I got the Endura C-hubs for the front end, and a Meus, I don't know, M-E-U-S. Again, you guys are like killing me with the names. But a aluminum, you know, skid plate transmission holder. I do plan on trying to find the low range transmission set from Traxxas. I just haven't had time to look around but so much, and my hobby shop does not have them. So So the other thing I've done with this so far is right out of the box, I tore it all apart. Literally stripped the entire body apart. I love the little plastic hard bodies on these little 18 scale trucks. They make them look incredible. The plastic fenders, everything on here looks amazing. The only thing I don't like about them is when you take them outside in the sunshine, they glow. They're translucent. They're so thin because, you know, they're scaled down to fit these things, and, you know, they make them thin enough to where it just doesn't fall over. You know, they're just thin plastic. So it's kind of translucent, and as soon as you get it out in the sunshine, it's like day glow red, and you see all the red on the interior. I didn't like it. So I stripped it all down, and we painted the entire interior black. Word of warning. The way some of this stuff is attached to the body itself, it doesn't just push in. It's like pushed through and then like sonically welded. So they put like a little heat source or, you know, the little sonic thing and just melt the plastic to hold on to the body. So the mirrors and the front of the cage and all of that, you know, you have to get it off to be able to get the windshield out because it's all kind of poking in the way. So I cut all that stuff off and, you know, did all that. And then up here on the roof, there's 3 spots where the roof meets the body shell and kind of all clamps together that had that same thing. Putting it back together, there was a little bit of E6000 where the roof meets the body to kind of bond that back together so it won't pull up. And then a little dab of E6000 on the mirrors when they went back in. You know, the E6000 will, you know, flex a little bit. So if it rolls over and pushes on there, you know, the glue will flex a little bit versus, you know, super glue. And the first time you roll it over and it pushes on, it's just going to pop right off. So that's just something to be aware of, that you're going to have to do some fixing to paint the interior. And the reason you have to paint the interior, you have to take the windows out. You can't just mask them off. I mean, technically, I guess you could, but the window is all one piece. So it's the windshield and all the side, everything is all one piece, and that all pops out in one unit. And then you can paint the interior of the pillars and everything. Now you could go in and mask off just where the windows are and paint everything black, and, you know, it would still kind of have the same effect, but I just stripped it all down. So the plan with this one is, you know, eventually I will get out and run it. But I want to get everything done to it first. I don't necessarily want to do a comparison. I just want to get the stuff on it and, you know, take it out. It's got some heft to it already. These tires or these wheels really added some low down weight. With that much extra weight in the rotating mass, you know, it's not great. It's going to wear on the drivetrain. You know, it may cause problems down the road with damaging drivetrain parts. But again, it's not like I'm going to go, you know, mountain goating with this thing. It's just going to be a little fun trail truck. It's going to see some rocks, nothing incredible. So I had to remind myself what the change was. So all 4 of these tires weighed in at 68.9 grams. So that's all 4 stock plastic wheels and tires. Now the Enduro ones, 172.3 grams. Just to carry the 2, that's a lot. So, you know, we've got a tremendous amount more weight down low already. You know, the brass covers, you know, 15 grams. It's 17 grams, says it on the package. So, you know, that's not going to throw a whole lot more weight to it. The bearings aren't going to really do much for it. The C-hubs actually are a bit heavier. It doesn't say what they are on the package, but these actually are going to put a little bit more weight up front, which is helpful, you know. But it really don't, it's not like it's going to tip backwards on me. It's got all this crap back here it's going to hit before it tips backwards. If anything, it's probably going to be more liable to tip forwards. But with just adding that weight down low, you know, we get a good 45, 50 degree side hill. That's probably 50 plus degrees there now. Yeah, so accurately measuring, you know, yeah, about that much is where the tipping point is. The really nice thing about adding the weight into the wheels is before the truck just didn't weigh enough to, flex. You would pick up on this wheel and it would basically pick up the whole side of the truck. Now, with all that weight down in those wheels, this whole front end can fully articulate before it starts picking up this rear tire. So that should help it, be able to conform and actually keep some power on the ground instead of, two-wheeling over top of everything. Anyway, just a quick look at this. I'll take it outside. I'll get some pictures of it as it sits. I think it looks better. It's not quite as bright of a red now. When it was kind of semi-translucent, it looked like a bright, shiny sports car red. Now it's much more of a shiny burgundy-ish red. So it's not quite as bold and in your face. So I think that's one of the reasons I kind of like the red look now more than I did. It's kind of one of the reasons I wanted the gray, was because the gray looked a little bit better. But anyway, guys, this is a quick update. I do have one more thing I want to show you guys, but that's going to be a whole nother video. So until then, enjoy the quick up-close pictures of this. I will try to get all these parts slapped on here and get it out for a run soon. But for right now, just going to end it up with some up-close pics. And everybody out there, as always, you guys be happy, be healthy, be safe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.